turned off on y'all. It died. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna let y'all come back in. And I clicked back on my video and I was really ranting and raving. But honestly, it's like I need to be able to be my true authentic self in all aspects of my life, even on the internet, going live. When you record a video, you get to edit it how you please. You get to take out what you want to be shown and what you don't. It's like you are the director and you get to edit it, and that's what you put out to the world. But going live, I mean, you don't get to, there's no editing. This is real. So, back to what I was saying. Hey sis, happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, sis. Uh, it's been a whirlwind. I feel like the girl on TikTok that talks with her nails and everybody listens to her and she be like, girl, you know what? It don't even matter. I could probably the kids are doing good. They're doing well. They're in the living room right now watching TV. Um, so I'm home from the hospital. As you guys seen, I was in the hospital and I appreciate y'all getting on that live. It was like 1, 2, 4, 3 in the morning, and I appreciate that. I told you guys when I did get home from the hospital that I would go live. So that's what I was doing, and I just was kind of venting and like expressing myself because the weight of the world be on moms. And as I'm vomiting and I'm in the restroom, it's like soon as I get out, your kids still need you. They're like, Mom, can you do this? Or Mom, where's this? It's like the pressure is on when you're a mother by yourself and there's nobody here to pick up the slack. And I just feel like we need to put more we need to normalize mothers being tired. Like we need to normalize that. It's like if a mother says she's tired, if a mother says it's a lot, it's like, well, it's like so negative. You chose to have those kids and that's the life. Well, ma'am, actually I chose to have these kids with the man of my dreams that I loved and I was so happy with, and it didn't work out. And he cheated on me after having 3 kids back to back. So really, like, stop saying that. Like in 2023, every time I hear somebody say that, I'm about to say something. Like, no. Like we need to stop saying that because we this isn't we didn't have children with somebody we were in love with and thought we were going to be together forever than to raise these children by ourselves. And like, let's talk about it. I might put my face on the screen, but y'all don't judge me because I've been in the hospital. I've been sick. I got home and started being a mom immediately. Like, I mean, you never stop being a mom, even when you're in the hospital. Your kids are FaceTiming you. Whoever's watching them are like, where's this? Like, it doesn't stop. You are a mom in your sleep. When I'm in my sleep, I wake up. Last night, I was asleep in the hospital, and I literally was like having this dream about somebody was staring in my window in my apartment, and I'm like fighting myself to wake up out the dream so I could call my mom. Like, you are always a parent. Like, you are a parent every day, all day, okay? It doesn't matter. So it's just mind blowing to me, the pressure that we put on women. And we see moms, you hear stories of moms putting their children in the car and driving it off the freeway. Like, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, why would she do that? Why would she do that to her children and herself? Well, let me break it down for you. Like, come on now. And we really need to normalize, like, it's okay for your house to be a mess. It's okay. It's okay for those dishes to be piled up. You're going to get to them when you get to them. If I'm working every day a 9 to 5, every day, then I got to get my kids. I got to take them to sports and I got to take them to therapy. I got to go to the grocery store. Then I got to do any extra things that I do besides my regular job that pays my bills, which I do. As you guys know, I'm a birth justice advocate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just be like we really need to not do that to moms. And I really want to talk about that. Even if it's just us, a small group of us in here, like, because I was really weighing on me today. I felt so pressured to get home and get everything together. And it's like, no, relax. Your body's going through a lot. Mentally, you're going through a lot. I'll answer the questions in the end, y'all. I'm not in the end, but I'll answer if you guys are asking questions right now. Yep, if we don't take care of ourselves, our kids will be struggling right along with us. And you're so right. And it's like, we don't know everything somebody's facing. We just don't. We don't know all of the things that go on behind closed doors. And it's so crazy because and let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like today, like I'm moving forward on my platform. I am not going to be afraid to address things because I was quiet when everybody made all those motherfucking videos. When I went through my DV situation with my wife, literally black women, and I say black women because I'm a black woman. Black women literally making videos in their videos saying I deserved that. And that's what I get for whatever I had going on with Strong Mommy Chrissy. What? What? Like, I promise you, I didn't say nothing. I didn't get on live. I didn't say anything. I just was like, when my subscribers, I have a group of you guys that I fuck with tough that we talk on Instagram. Some of y'all have my cell phone number. I deal with y'all. Y'all deal with me. Y'all check on me. You check on my kids. One of, my mods, my sis that's in here. Y'all have been rocking with me. And it's mind blowing that y'all could literally, these reactors, whoever they are, could literally sit up and say that. But it's so funny to me though. It's quite hilarious, that you could laugh at somebody's pain, think that somebody deserves that because they have a different opinion about whatever that situation was about. Like, what? Then it's so crazy when she went through her recently her DV situation. Oh, y'all had nothing to say about that though, right? It was real quiet. It was real quiet. And I just thought, it's just so like the way that we push each other down and not build each other up. The way that we stomp on each other is so crazy. Not even as black women, but as mothers. Like, we are mothers at the end of the day. If you take YouTube away, if you strip everything away, at the end of the day, we're still moms. Like, we're moms thriving, trying to thrive for our children, trying to heal, trying to be the best version of ourselves as a woman so that we can be great moms. And I just thought that was crazy and I never talked about it. I never brought it up. I never said anything. And then it blows me too how the internet has tried to put me and Liv in this like fight. Like, it's so crazy. And I love Liv. That's my girl. I rock with her. She rocks with me. I got her. You feel me? Like, I love Liv. And it's crazy how like they will literally try to put us against each other, like to the max. And it blows me because it blows my mind because like I said, at the end of the day, if you strip everything away, we're moms. We're moms. We're literally moms trying to be the best moms we can be, the best humans we can be for our children. Are we going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Are we going to make bad choices? Absolutely, because we're humans and we are allowed to do that. When you make mistakes, you grow. You grow. You grow, you learn. That's when you make mistakes, you gain wisdom in life. So without mistakes, who would you be? So I'm not mad at the choices and the mistakes that I've made in my life, but I literally just sit back, especially like I've been reflecting all week. Last week, maybe the last 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of reflecting because we're coming into the new year. Even though I believe you start your new year on your birthday, you know, in America, we believe the new year is here, in January. But I've come so far with myself. Like, I've come so far with being honest with myself, with being honest with the narcissistic ways that I've had in the past, and coming to terms with that and understanding why I was that way. Like I've grown so much, and I have to think and I know like women don't like when I say a man helped me with that, but he did. A man did. A man came into my life and was like, nope, that stuff ain't cool, and really was like mirrored me, and I really had no choice but to see the ugliness in me. And I've really dealt with that on so many levels. And still being a mom though, still being a mother. And it just, I cannot talk like this. Like, you guys have to be able to see me. Like, I look a mess, but I can't do it. Like, I can't. I look a mess, but I just like, I feel like I'm talking to nothing because I'm not looking in the camera. But I don't care. As I just been vomiting, so just excuse me. Excuse my. Don't even excuse my appearance. Let's not do that. Let's not say that. Like, we have to normalize. This is what I look like. This is what you look like when you wake up and you're taking care of your kids. We all look crazy. Ain't nobody waking up looking like Kim K. Like, stop. Like, this is what I look like. And I'm not going to delete this live. Like, this is what I look like. I'm not well. And I'm really not well. And I might not be well for a while because this isn't just like a regular sickness, like, So I might be on the internet looking like this, So I'm not going to sit here and be like, just have the camera facing the wall. Like, I'm not going to do that. This is what I look like. I look good, but this is no bonnet. It's just this big old, look at this. Like, stop with them cotton pillows. So, yeah. If you're going to be your true authentic self, then be it. And that's what I'm going to be. I look a hot mess right now, and that's okay. It's real life. I'm not the Kardashians. Um, and I want to be relatable because I'm pretty sure you're laying on your bed looking a hot mess like me right now. And maybe not this of much of a hot mess because I've been in the hospital, but it's okay. So back to what I was saying. I have this like pounding headache. But you know, you know what? It blows me. I remember watching Liv go through everything she was going through. I remember watching, and it's like I've been watching Liv and Jazz for so long, and it's so crazy now. Those are my girls. Like, we have a group chat, we text, like we check in on each other. Like, it's crazy now that you know I consider them my sisters. And I remember watching their lives, and because you're watching their lives play out on the internet. And when recently, um, when Liv separated and she went through everything she went through, the internet likes to put people against each other. And at that moment, I couldn't reach out to her because of that. And there was so much that I wanted to say because I was going through my own stuff in closed doors that nobody knew about. And um I couldn't. And I look back on it and I'm just like, man, like, it's hard to come on the internet and be who you are because in all reality, we don't want that. We want the drama and the perfectness. We don't want any, we either, when we go on the internet and YouTube or TikTok or we watch people's lives, we only want to see the drama, or we only want to see when you're perfect and it's all amazing and it's cute. And that shit isn't real. It isn't. And then we put this delusional reality that isn't even reality into the world where people are trying to be something that is fake. They can't even obtain that because it's edited and it's not real. It's not. So on my platform, I'm not going to do that. And that is something that I'm going to strive to really like make sure in 2023 when I take YouTube serious, like I put myself in the camera when I look like this because there's days you look like this too. And it's okay. We're normal. We're regular people trying to get to the bag and sharing our experiences on the internet. And, you know, it's just mind blowing. But I look back at those things and it's just like the way the internet can put you against somebody that truly could be your best friend in real life. It's mind blowing. And honest, and I can say I haven't personally said this to Liv yet, and I know she won't mind. I love her. Is that watching Liv, and I might cry, go through everything that she went through, when I went through what I went through, it made me move differently. It made me think about things because I watched her go through what she went through, and it helped me so much. And it you know, because nobody knows what you're really going through. Nobody knows your battles. You know what we come on the internet and what we tell you. And I remember I sat down and I made this video one day. I never posted it. And I don't even know if it's still in my phone, but we are women. It's so women are not allowed to break. We aren't. We're not allowed to break. We're not allowed to make bad choices. We're not allowed to wild out. We're just not allowed to do that. When we do that, we're horrible mothers. Oh, you don't care. Like what? Men can literally leave their entire family and live their life, and we don't say anything. It's like it's just normal. It's normal for men to do that. It's okay. It's accepted. But if a woman wiles out, like for instance, like yes, Mike wants to know if he can use the charger. Are you still using it? I'm still using it. You're gonna have to wait. How much percent is it? I'm on live. It's still some time. Okay. Can I give you 20 minutes? Yeah. All right. Mama, tell him I said hi. All right. Can you do that thing? Mm-hmm. Like I said, still got to be a mom, you know? I give me some milk in the bottle. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. Shut the door. Um, and I think about if I wouldn't have seen that process that Liv went through, and then when I was literally in the same shoes, in the same shoes, I was so grateful that I watched her lived experience on the internet. And then I literally went through something so much similar. And when people are like, you put your life on the internet, but you don't know how that is helping somebody else's situation. You don't know how that's literally can change the outcome of somebody else's life or somebody else's children's life by you sharing such a hard time in your life. Maybe one of the worst times of your life, and you being transparent, open, and vulnerable to your followers, to your family on the internet. You don't truly know how that can change the course of somebody's life. I've had so many women message me when I went through my DV situation, and how they were just like, thank you for showing it. Thank you for showing you walk away. Like, thank you for being real with your audience. And I've been like, so many of my, um, y'all, I have a pounding headache, so I'm like losing my train of thought. So many of my subscribers that were women were telling me about their DV experience that they were experiencing right then and there. And I just was like, whoa, like, if I didn't talk about those things, if I didn't normalize, like I am going through this, is it okay? Absolutely not. But this is my reality right now. And I'm not going to get on the internet and pretend that this is not what I'm going through. Like I didn't just catch my wife at work cheating with a 21-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not. So you don't know who you could save or who you could help, who you could inspire. And I'm so grateful that Liv was brave enough to come on the internet and show that and let us see that. Like, you don't know. You don't know what that did for so many women. And I think about my experiences and the messages that I've received, you know, and so I won't. Right now, it's not great. Right now is not a good time. But is it ever going to be a good time? Honestly, because this is life, it's a journey. So if I wait for it to be perfect to post videos or to go live, that's never going to happen. Just watch my process, see my process, because I've come so far, so far, and I will continue to grow and be great. But there's going to be moments that are out of your control where life just kind of, it turns upside down. It turns upside down. And also, Lala, it also showed that we need to stop being so nice to these niggas. When they put their hands on us and when they threaten us and they do all these things to us and we don't report it, we don't report it, we don't report it, we don't report it. There's no paper trail because our hearts are soft. Our hearts are soft and we don't want to put a black man underneath the jailhouse. So we don't report incidents to protect them. And then when shit hits the fan, a narcissist can do some shit that your worst nightmare because they flipped the script on you when you, the whole time they were doing all of these things to you, you didn't protect yourself because you were protecting them because you loved them and it was selfless. That is what it showed me. That you always have to think, it doesn't matter if you love a man, love a woman. In my instance, you have that paper trail is so important. That's what it showed. That paper trail. So you could call me a cop caller, you could call me a snitch, a op, a rat. But if you as a grown man are gonna decide, or a grown woman, put your hands on me when I'm pregnant and beat me, whatever experiences that I had with my other baby daddy, my first one, the older three kids, you know, you should have thought about that because I'm not gonna protect you. I'm not. And that's for me, love will make you protect somebody that doesn't truly love you. And then in the ends, they can flip the script on you and burn you without any remorse at all whatsoever. And so when we look at people's stories and we look at people's lives and they show us on the internet, we cannot we cannot sit here and be like, we know everything and girl, no, you don't. You don't know everything. You don't. You don't. Because if I would never would have posted the videos of me locking myself in the restroom because Misha's literally tearing up everything in my house, putting holes everywhere. And she's screaming at the top. These videos are on the internet. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, help me, she's hurting me. And I'm literally in the restroom. Now, if I would have said on the internet and told y'all that, you'll probably would have been like, that's far fetched. Like, you're making that up. You want attention. But I came with the receipts. So you don't know what people are truly. We only know one side. We know the internet side. And it's totally different from what somebody's actually facing in their home. So we need to show grace and mercy. And I only brought that up to say, like, I'm grateful that Liv was courageous enough to show that, to let us in such a sensitive part of her life, because it really, I had no idea that I was going to go through what I went through. And I knew how to maneuver that situation because of her. And I'm grateful that she put it on the internet. I am. I truly am. And so instead of beating women down, like it happens on the internet, it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, middle class, if you have a big following, a little following, it doesn't matter who you are. It's just what the internet does. And I'm honestly, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere because I feel like there's so many positive things more than the negative. So I'm not going to be like, oh, it's not a good thing. It is a good thing because you don't know who you're helping in silence. You have no idea. So, um, yes, that's the baby's new thing. If I shut the door, he knocks on the door and then he'll say, "Mama, Mama." Um, Yeah, so sorry, y'all. I have this migraine and I'm losing my train of thought. I just want to normalize that. And on my platform, I'm gonna be okay. I just was gonna share that with you guys. Um, maybe not. Maybe I'll come back on live after I take my bath and talk about that. But well, it doesn't need to be something official, I guess. So when I was pregnant with the baby, one of my pap smears came back abnormal. And they ran all the tests, everything was clear, STDs, STIs, all that, everything was completely, negative. Um, so when you're pregnant and then you have a high risk pregnancy like I did because my baby only had one so in your umbilical cord there's two arteries and a oh y'all, I cannot think right now, but the baby had a single cord umbilical cord artery. He only had one. And there's three makeups of it and he only had one, so that made me extremely high risk. And then I started to dilate early. I had gestational diabetes. I had a lot of complications when I was pregnant. And on top of he came a whole month early. So they didn't want to where they go in, and this is like a woman conversation, so y'all get what I'm saying, where they go in and they do the vinegar and they spray it in you, they look around and they take a biopsy, a piece of your skin out, and they look at it. That was too invasive to do, just because of my high risk pregnancy, and that possibly could trigger to put me into labor, just because of all the other complications that I was facing. So that was held off on until yeah, it freaking hurts, until I gave birth. And then after I gave birth, as you guys know, I had emergency C-section, and then my C-section reopened inside of the hospital. So when I went home, I had a me too. These reactors are disgusting, right? I had a open womb. Never received my womb back, and I literally healed at home. My mom was changing my dressing every 3 hours. It was a nightmare. So that delayed a lot of them going in to see if I had cancer or what was going on, what was happening. It delayed the process and all of the tests just because I had an open womb. And then after that, I was breastfeeding. It just wasn't, something always happened where they just couldn't, go back in and figure out what was going on and why that happened. So now we are doing that. Yeah, no one's life is perfect. And it's crazy because not even their life is. And it's mind blowing when they get exposed, it's like stop. I get it. You want to react on people's things. That's totally fine. I mean, it's a part of life. When you choose to put your life on the internet, people are going to have their opinion. That is okay. I get it. It's just how it works, right? But it just comes, there's a level of respect. There's a level where you go too far. Like when they made that fucking statement talking about, oh, she deserved to get her ass beat when she was pregnant. Yeah, that's what you get messing with Christy. I was like, and then as a woman, there's no way you're seeing this shit. You're seeing this, like Christy's been on YouTube for years. You're seeing people say this, right? Not one time you're not like, you know what, you guys are taking it too far. No woman, we don't condone that on my platform. No woman deserves to experience DV. And you have karma's a bitch. You feel me? What goes around comes around. I never spoke on it. But when I seen the whole situation with her boyfriend, her fiance, I just was like stop. You know what I mean? Like you don't know somebody's life. It looks picture perfect. It looks all great, but you don't know what somebody's going through closed doors. And I would be like, I don't wish DV on anybody. Nobody should ever have to experience somebody that they love and call their partner abusing them. No, it's not okay. And it's not okay for reactors to say that. Like, I got inboxes on Instagram with people saying that. Like, that's what you get. Don't mess with. I was like, and and they're the ones that speak on uplifting women and women empowerment. I'm like, where exactly? And I just was like, I was blown away at that. But one thing about me, I can read situations. And when I was looking at them videos, baby, I knew it wasn't peaches and cream. And I already knew it was going to come out. And it did. And so I didn't need to speak on it. I didn't need to be like, you, because as a woman, I'll be damned if people were saying that, I would address it. First of all, we're not going to do that because no woman deserves to go through that. And that speaks on your character as a woman. It speaks on your character. I don't wish that I don't even have enemies, but if I did, I wouldn't wish that on my enemy to experience that, for to have your kids experience that. Because kids know, kids hear, they're aware. We can try to say, "Oh, they weren't there." Yes, they were. Stop playing with me. Kids know. Kids know. So it's just not okay. And I'm very much for uplifting women. But and what blows me too though, and maybe because I am from, you know, the trenches. I grew up in the trenches. Like, my family consists of gay members and pimps, and on my black side, like, that's just what it is. That's who my family is. I didn't get to pick them. I was born into them, born into their family. But it's like, I I have to, like, when I came into the whole internet thing and I started to get a little bit of buzz with all of that, I'm the type of person that will catch a flight and beat your ass. You know what I mean? That's the old me. Let me say that. That's the old me. The old me will get on a flight and pull up at your front door and beat your ass because you think that you're something that you're really not. And I'll take that L for the whole internet, and we can go on live for it. Because you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know where I came from. You don't know my family. You don't know what I've been through. You only know what I've expressed on the internet. And so in those situations, I really had to be quiet because I'm not gonna sit here and argue on the internet. Like, we're not gonna do that. Like, no. So I had to, that was very big of me to really be quiet on those situations and not say anything. You know what I mean? Just because the old key would have pulled up. It wouldn't have been no, let you go live and I go live. Like, no, we're not. I'm finna be in live, in real person. I'm finna be at your doorstep, in person. So that's the old me. So don't get that twisted. I've That's the old me. But sometimes the old you can be triggered and pulled out. So sometimes you have to refrain from confrontation so that you don't get pulled out your character. You know what I mean? And I didn't. Especially because I am about woman empowerment. And literally, what I do for a living as a Black birth justice advocate is to be an advocate for Black women, empower them. So that would have looked crazy on my end. And I don't want my character to look crazy. So back to the me. So right now, it's a very scary time for me. And I'm not sure how I want to address this or talk about it yet. It's very sensitive. It's very one of those things where test results could literally change my life. It can change the course of my life right now. And I'm in the balance of that, and I'm in it alone. Nobody knows. The people that I have in my life are very sensitive, and I'm their rock. I'm the rock for them. I take care of them. I love them. I help them with their bills. I'm their person. And disclosing what's going on with me right now could potentially really break them or scare them. And I don't want to do that to my loved ones. And there's very few. And I'm really just speaking about my grandma, my mom, and my older sister, especially because she's all the way in South Dakota. She's so far from me. I wouldn't want to put that stress or burden on her right now. But yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's a heavy conversation, and I'm not sure how to address that with you or anybody else, because it could change the course of my life. And it's something that nobody could prepare for. Like, you can't prepare for this. Like, you just can't. It's one of those things that just kind of happens, and you got to roll with it, no matter how fast it is. It's just like, I'm here, and I'm waiting, and then it's like I almost feel like my life is in the balance right now, and I'm trying to remain like super positive and optimistic. Absolutely. So when me and Misha first got together, um, I had a form of cancer, um, kind of like they're trying to, what they think that possibly might be back now, but a more aggressive. And I was on a, I, this was back in 2015, and I was on a pill. I was on heavy medication. I didn't have to get, I'm trying to think of the word, y'all. Hold on. Um, I wasn't on IV treatment where you go to the facility and they give you the IV treatment and you lose your hair and all that. It wasn't that aggressive. I was able to be on a heavy doses of medication, orally, that I had to take every day, but really made life slow down for me. I was sick all the time. I was sad. I was very sleepy all the time. And Misha and her family basically got me through that time in my life. Sunny was actually 1 years old. So Sunny is 8 years. So it's been, I've been, so to speak, in remission for 8 years. Well, 7 years. Um, I don't even know if I'm saying the right words right now, you guys. I'm on all this medication. So forgive me if I'm not using the correct terminology. Excuse me. So that was like a hard time for me and Nisha, because it was like right when we just got married, and then boom, life hit us, and she really stuck by my side, and we got through it. And 2 years later, everything came back normal. I was off the medication, and life, you know, maybe like a year and a half, maybe not 2 years, was back to normal. And so now to think that this is something that I might have to face again, is really scary. It's very scary, and that's why I say, like, you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors, and we really need to be gentle. When the guy from the Ellen show, the black man that's the DJ, he committed suicide, then the whole world was shocked. I wasn't shocked, because usually the happiest, goofy people that make everybody else happy, they're fighting the most silent battles within their self that nobody, yes, nobody would ever know about. And so I wasn't surprised. I just was like, this is the world that we live in, is that people are hurting, people are sick, and everybody that's sick isn't going to come on the internet or post on Facebook, hey, I might be sick, and I'm or not. Like, some people fight their battles alone. Sometimes that is the outcome, and it's very sad. And I feel so bad for his wife and children, but I don't know the result yet, you guys. I don't. We're in the I'm waiting, and nobody knows. This is the first time that I'm like talking about it out loud. So, um yeah, it's it's difficult because I have four children now, and when I last went through this, I had Misha. Misha was here, and I wasn't going through it alone. But not only did I just like have Misha, I had her family, and they were amazing. And they really, even though they barely just met me and we barely just got married, they like took on my entire situation. So, and just to think now that this would be, it would look a lot different. And yeah. And I had some testing done. And I love my own family. Absolutely. You're right. Don't underestimate your own family. I truly agree. And I know that they'll be there for me. I know I can count on them. But having that spouse in the home when you're barfing uncontrollably because you're on all this medication and there's nobody to like look to and be like, hey, it's hard. And I said I wasn't going to cry. And I said I wasn't going to do this, but it is hard. I just feel like we need to stop putting so much pressure on mothers because you don't know what a mom is like going through behind closed doors. You have no idea. And yeah. So yeah, and it's normal. It's normal. We need to normalize to talk about it and to, you know, it takes a village in all aspects of life, not just with your children and raising your children. It just takes a village, whether it be on the internet and in real life. It takes a village. So, and it's like all of this just like happened like in a snap. Like when I came, I was last on live and we had all those conversations. It was like not even a week and a half later, going to the doctor was like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, whoa, like nothing could prepare you to for this. No, nothing could prepare you to hear those words again and to hear the possibility. And we need to talk about this. Like, you know, it's hard. It's hard for me to talk about it too because I'm a very happy, giggly, funny, goofy person. And that's just like my personality. So I don't like to talk about sad things. I don't like to talk about things that are like, dark and heavy, just because I mean, life is already hard. Let me see. Yeah. But you need to like bring it back because I only have a certain amount. My babies broke all the chargers that we had in the house. So, and these Apple chargers break so fast. So I feel for you. I have been a single mother from jump. So I don't know the luxury of having help, but I do know that as a woman, we endure a lot. And everything you said is true. The load is heavy. And you know what? And I never experienced it. And so when I talk about it, people are like, it's not a big deal. Like, what? Have you ever talked to a single mom, like you said, that's been a single mom from the jump? Have you ever sat down and heard how hard it is? Like, literally, have you? And those are the people where I personally feel like they haven't because being a single mom is hard every day. And I never experienced it. I never knew that it would even be this hard. Like, honestly, I was with my baby's father when we had all our children. We were together. He was a phenomenal father to my children when they were small. And then I got married to Misha like immediately right after. So I never, excuse me, I never experienced of carrying that load on my own. Never until Misha left. And so Nothing could prepare you for being a single mother. No. No, nothing could prepare you for that. You're pulled at every angle of life. Like you're being pulled. You're being pulled. Somebody needs your attention or time. Yes. Yes, mama's right here. Come here. It's so crazy to think that, like, see my baby walking. Where are you going? Huh? What is that? Um, so I completely and I freaking commend single mothers. Like, yeah. Can you explain what was causing your chest pain or shortness of breath? Uneven. What would be? Can you put a daybreak on Michael's account? Yeah, he can. No, I wasn't having shortness of breath. I just like um when I'm in pain, like I have asthma too, but I breathe crazy. Like it's kind of like how I cope with my when I'm in pain. I breathe like that. But it wasn't for shortness of breath or anything like that while I was in the hospital. Um Make sure you look up what vitamins help with your condition too. I have health problems and B vitamins help me a lot with my condition advice. Thank you. It's a heavy load. It really is. Don't underestimate your own time. I hear you. It's normal to express. Yeah, you're right. All right. I was just trying to catch up in the comments. Um, yeah, y'all. So I didn't even get on here to share all of that, but it just kind of happened. Um, that's kind of what's going on, and it's crazy 'cause I've been doing a lot of healing and stuff work as well, and I'm really proud of myself. You guys have no idea. When you come from a family of tox, I take my B complex and it helps with my inflammation pain. Okay, my friend has inflammation. I'm gonna have to tell her that, but she has it bad too. Um, you can see it in my eyes. Like your eyes, they never lie. Like your eyes, they just tell it. Your eyes tell it. You can just tell. Um, I just want to be better, and I'm working on that. Like I told you guys in the last lives when I talked about Jet. Uh, okay. Um, and I know I left you guys kind of like hanging with him. People always get mad that I touch my hair, but it's like a thing of mine, and on it, but it looks a hot mess. Sleep, mama, don't stress. Give it to God. Ask Him to heal your body, man. And it's like one of those like I'm like a stressor. I'm one of those. I'm a worrier. Like one of those people that yeah. I have PCOS. I have PCOS. I've had PCOS since mm, I want to say after I had Ellen. That's when I was like I self-diagnosed. Jayla, will you shut the door, baby? Um, and so like when I had the baby, I had all these fibroids that I never had when I have them right now too, but when I was pregnant, I had fibroids and I never had fibroids. And so that was another thing on top of it. And that's something that's concerned with now too as well, my fibroids. So it's just like it's a lot of unpacking. My childhood friend has MS, multiple sclerosis, and basically we're like neighbors our whole childhood, and we grew up together. And his mom is like my mom. And a couple years back, they moved to Portland, Oregon, and he, like I said, has MS, and he hit his head, and he's in the ICU right now, and he's on a ventilator, and he's in a medical induced coma, and I'm not taking that well. I'm having a hard time with that. I'm really trying to get to him, but a ticket, a round trip ticket to Oregon is like $500. And he's not doing well. And I talked to his mom today, and yeah, that's like another added thing. And this is somebody that I love with all my heart. He was like my first kiss. We never dated, we just were like really good friends and neighbors. And we've always been there for each other, no matter what happened in life. We've been there for each other. And when I seen his mom post that photo last night on Facebook, I just was like, whew, it was a lot to see somebody that you've grown up with and that you love dearly, um, on a ventilator, and to be in a coma. And he's young like me, early things. So I talked to his mom earlier. So if you guys can just send out a prayer, his name is Aaron Lee, and just pray that he wakes up and his brain injuries are not. It's a lot going. It's a lot happening, and yeah, I'm processing it, and I'm also aware that I don't have control over a lot of, and that stressing and worrying isn't going to fix them. So to be in the moment, um, and to be grateful for the life that I have, because I don't have control over that situation. I can just pray that whatever's in God's will, whatever God's will is, and that is what I pray. So yeah, I'm just kind of telling you. I guess this is a life update. This just happened yesterday, so he's been in the hospital, I think, now for 24 hours. His mom found him on the living room. Um, yeah, that's a lot. His mom is like my mom. She's amazing. So now, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get on a flight to get to the hospital, because it's a life and death situation. And I know without a shadow of doubt, if it was me, he would be right there by my side. So it's like one of those things where you just know you have to be there. And it doesn't matter how you get there or how you have to beg and borrow from anybody, you got to get there. And that's just how I feel. So as I'm laying in the hospital and seeing him in the hospital, I'm just like, and I just talked to him the other day. We were on Snapchat talking, and this happens, and it's just so unfortunate. So, yeah, I know. I know. It's just, I can't. I'm really a selfless person. I truly am. When I love you and I care about you, I just, I tend to put the people I love before me in all aspects. So it's a little bit, but I just look, I could have put a bonnet on something. Like, it's the realness for me, it's the authenticness for me. As I'm like having, yes, we are gonna do that. She's gonna put me on speaker so I can talk to him. He can hear my voice. That's important, especially the doctors are like, he can hear us. He moved his leg for his mom, so hopefully, they say that that could just be like a muscle reaction and not him actually moving it. So we don't know. Um, yeah, I wish I was on here with lighter things and we could joke and hee and haha, but that's not what it is right now. And I still feel very optimistic about the year and very positive about the year. I'm going into the year peaceful. I'm going into the year peaceful, so that's what counts. And let I didn't cut anybody off, but I let people go that are truly no longer conducive for my growth or for my health, for my mental health. And That was hard. It's hard to let people go that you love and that you never thought would be out of your life. Even, you know, it's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, hey Key, hey Andrea. It's hard. It's a lot of pressure on a woman and a mother. It's a lot of pressure. And we have to normalize moms not being superwoman. We have to normalize moms not being super. You don't have to put on your cape every day. It's okay. And I'm doing that. And I'm going to do a lot of self care in 2023. And that's how I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to bring in 2023 loving on myself. And it's going to be, I already made arrangements for the kids to go with their family so that I can do my vision board and really bring in 2023 on a very positive note, regardless of what it might look like right now. I'm I'm not going to claim that over my life because we don't know just yet. So I'm not going to claim that. No matter what they say it might look like, they might say, "Oh, well, this is what it looks like right now and we need to prepare for you to go through this and do this." And I'm, you know, I'm not saying I believe in God, but I believe in a multitude of things. Um I have like my own belief, I guess, of what I believe in. But like they say in Christianity, like God has the final say so. He's the one that has the final say. So we're not gonna panic, not yet. We're gonna roll with the punches. We're gonna stay positive and yeah, we're gonna stay positive. So um so Jet seen the videos. I think that's who you just asked right now. You said I don't have any New Year plans. My plans is to get really cute if I'm feeling well enough, but I might just push myself a little bit. I want to look cute, straighten my hair, and I ordered me this really cute robe. I'm gonna make me a charcuterie board, and I'm gonna lay all my vision board stuff out, and it's gonna be about me. And I decided, like, I don't. Last year for New Year's, I was outside. I was turned up, living my life. Oh, y'all. Last year, New Year's Eve. Oh, it was litty like a titty. Okay. It really was. I wish on Instagram, you know how you can pull up the videos or like pictures. I wish we could do that here so I could show you last New Year's Eve. I made out with two girls. It was fun. Okay. I had a good time last year. But this year, I want to be very intentional um, about the new year and what that looks like for me and what are my goals and aspirations and what needs to get done and all of that. So I decided for myself, I want to do like a self care, self love kind of whole day where I take myself to breakfast. I get my nails and my toes done. I buy me something sexy and get my little favorite snacks. And I already sent all of my black and white photo prints to Walgreens to print out for my vision board and just really bring it in with myself. That is what on a positive note though, I'm gonna take a bubble bath. I have this like whole day planned for me to love on me and to give myself everything that I want other people to give me as far as love and time and attention. Yes. Well, I never gave him permission for that. You guys can watch a movie or not. So, um, I can't. I'm on live having a conversation when I'm done, and I will take the phone from him and do it myself. My baby has an obsession with the toilet. Hey. And he likes to grab random things and throw it in there. And I'm watching you. Mommy can see you. Yes. Come here. Got you. I caught you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi, guys. Mama. Mama. Say hi, guys. Out. You want to go out? No, I know you're trying to get things. No, come, mama. Come, mommy. Mama. Mama. Mommy caught you, huh? I caught you. Oh, you give me a kiss. You give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give mom a kiss. Mwah. You're so sweet. Mwah. You say hi to YouTube? Good job. Good job. What are you trying to tell them? You tell them to come here? You tell them hi. Can you tell them hi? Can you use your words and say hi? Huh? No? Okay, we tried. You want to go out. His favorite word is out. Everything is out, out. If he wants to get down, if he wants something, it's out. He knows how to say a lot of words, but that is his new his two favorite words right now are out and car. Car. Where's your car? You got your car? So, I don't know what I was saying before I had to get the baby on. I'm sorry. Does anybody remember what I was saying? Yes, new dress up and Christmas. Okay. Okay, so boom. That's what we're talking about. New Year's Eve. So I decided to be very intentional with my New Year's Eve and just kind of make it about like myself, yo. It's the afro for me, yo. I cannot believe I'm sitting here. Oh, Jet. Okay, so we'll get so that's where my plans are for New Year's Eve. And yeah. So back to Jet real quick. We don't want to stay on that too long, but it was so funny when you guys were in the live and was like, oh, he's probably watching the live, y'all. He never watches anything on my social media, doesn't like watch my YouTube. Like if y'all hear my kids in the background, they're fighting over the phone, so just it's regular life, okay? But he did see it. Yeah. He's seen it. Yeah, he's seen it. So so I'm gonna say about that. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. He's seen it. But sometimes yeah, it's a sensitive. It's a lot. I briefly, if you rewind this live back, I don't look too bad. Not too bad. Not too much. I got baby food on me and all that, but I mean it's mom life, right? Um. Okay, yeah, I'm on live right now. When I get off, I will. Okay, thanks. Um. Yeah, that's tough. I have to be careful with my words because I love that man more than. I mean, I have a tattoo, so obviously, yeah, you need to see the last videos. And then I briefly talked about it. I don't know if you guys caught it when I said it earlier in the restroom, but if not, I'm gonna post this so you can go back and catch it. It's not something that I really would want to talk about right now. With everything, um, yeah, we just don't say that. We just don't say the name on here. We say Jet out of respect. And we want to, some people don't want to be on the internet. Some people don't want their lives to be on the internet, don't want their relationships to be on the internet. And I can share my, like I said in the lives, I can share my personal experience. I can share my take my view, my feelings. I cannot speak for him. I cannot speak for his feelings, his take, his view. I can share what he has said to me, and I've caused a lot of chaos. Not, I have. I've caused him to not be able to trust me, to trust my word. I've become untrustworthy. Yeah. So, and those cut deep, but it's the truth. And instead of me being sad or angry about it, I've chose to grow. I've chose to take that with a grain of salt and to go within myself and to see, why do I do these things? Why do I self sabotage such a beautiful thing? Why? Like, what is it? Instead of being upset or, being in my feelings, but really doing the work so that I don't repeat the same cycle. And that's where I'm at with it, because I love that man dearly. He is amazing from the inside and out. And he is my Prince Harry, but the black version, per. And see, it's like no matter what, when I talk about him, I light up. It doesn't matter what I'm going through, how sick I feel. If I talk about that man, I'm going to light up because I love him. I'm in love with him. And I don't think I will never not be in love with him. I think he will, if there's not room for us to reconcile, he will always be the one that got away, but really he didn't get away. It's like I self-sabotaged that situation without even knowing, because of old habits, because of stuck in my ways, because of I lied about unnecessary shit to a grown, mature man that I didn't need to, because I wasn't operating as a woman. I was operating as a little girl, so to speak, in some of the situations. So, and I could take full accountability for that. Absolutely. Full accountability that I brought our situation and relationship to where it was because of the choices and decisions that I chose to make. Absolutely. Now, if I could go back and do it all over again, whew, Lord. And if I ever get the chance to reconcile, boy, when I tell you, it would be a different situation. Absolutely. But that's not my choice to make. And sometimes as women, we have a hard time digesting that that people are not obligated to go through that process with us. So I was gonna read something to you guys. People are not obligated to go through that process with us. And I was I'm gonna share this with y'all because I'm already on here. So when I say I do the work or I go within myself, like I really do. And I'm like a visual person. Like I like to write it down, and I like so I can go back and reflect on what it is. And because you will be triggered, like healing isn't a destination, it's a journey. So you are going to be triggered, and it's good to have these things written down so you can go back and remind yourself. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Hold on. So, okay. So I wrote down in this. So I felt like in some situations he would take responsibility for me in ways like a father did. But the difference is a father doesn't require me to be anything in return. A father doesn't need me to be an adult. Your man needs you to be his equal partner and adult. And we have this like running joke between me and us where when I make decisions or do things that are just like, and he brings them to my attention, respectfully, positive, and loving, of course. Um, he takes on the responsibility as if like he was my father, and I would always tell him, but you're not my dad. So and it's just our funny thing, like I'm your dad, but he's not, But it was easy for him to take on that responsibility sometimes, but then not understanding that when he would do that, I couldn't show up as the adult or his partner. I'm showing up as his child. And it's real heavy. Some people are going to get that. Some people aren't. It's going to go right across your head because it's just too deep. But I'm working through it and I'm understanding why my behaviors or choices that I made. Like I had an amazing partner in a relationship and I literally chose Misha in the midst of it. Like how stupid was that, right? Like I sit here and I lay in my bed right now and I think about how if we were still in a relationship and I was in the hospital, like this man would have been there. This man would have been there. He would have brought me food. He would have checked on me. He would have checked on my kids without me asking, without me telling him. It's just what he would have did. And sometimes we take things away from ourselves because of the choices and decisions that we make. And then we have a hard for my let me speak for myself, then I have a hard time coping with it. Then now I'm like so hurt and so devastated, but I did this, because I chose somebody who really didn't give up about me. Like Misha was fully aware that I've been in the hospital. Misha's now we're getting greedy. Now we're just really I'm giving y'all some tea. Some tea is happening now. Fully married. So it comes to now. So say if something happened to me, especially right now that a lot of things are in the air, things could go left for me. We're not gonna speak that or accept that, but it could. It's a possibility. We're still legally married. So the fact that okay, so let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. So me and Misha no longer have a restraining order. Um, she recently just had court, and we no longer have a restraining order. So there's that. So we can speak to her. I can talk to her. She can deal with the kids. All of that. To my discretion. If my children want to deal with her or talk to her, and they have here and there. So I have spoke to her. We talk. It's regular. We've talked. We talk. We text. Um, it blow. Imagine I have to sit in this. I have to sit in the fact that I had the best thing. Maybe there's greater. I don't know. Who knows? Than him. Time will tell. But this far, he has been the best I've as an adult and being in a relationship that was healthy and not toxic and not negative and not didn't bring any chaos to my life, right? Never yelled at me, never raised his voice, never cussed at me. Like amazing things that I'm not accustomed to in being in unhealthy and toxicity relationships, right? Now imagine you get everything you want. That's why they tell you sometimes you don't want because you ain't ready for it and you're gonna mishandle it. And you're gonna lose the best thing you ever had because you weren't truly ready for it, right? And it's mind blowing to me the fact that I mishandled something so beautifully. And now I could potentially be going through such a very rough time in my life with 4 children. As far as my health, that's out of my control. And Misha says, she loves us and she cares and, we're her family. She says that. That's great. But you're fully aware that I'm in the hospital. I told her I chose not to tell her why. I told her I'm choosing not to tell you why because I feel like you have no love lost for me. If I tell you what's going on, are you going to come and hold my hand? Are you going to come and help me get through it? No. So what's the point of me expressing or telling you why I'm here? There's really no reason for me. All that you need to be concerned with is the children now because we're no longer a thing or a family. That's kind of what I text her. And I'm very keen on when you have love lost for somebody, you show it for them regardless of the situation and circumstance. And I will share this with you. Prime example. Recently, I don't know if you guys caught that live. Somebody was killed in my apartment. They shot like 60 rounds, and one person was shot and injured, but they survived, and the other person was shot and was in critical condition. And on the way to the hospital, they passed away. And it was a gang situation. So I'm moving immediately. That's another thing to add onto the plate. But so it was like all over the news. I couldn't get in my apartment for 2 days. It was a lot. And Jet seen me on the news. He seen the apartments, and rewind, me and my brother, like, we went to Costco, and anyways, we're here when it happens, and we're outside now, and the police are talking to us and stuff. And like the news is like recording. And I jokingly tell my brother, I'm like, hey, let's make a bet. And he was like, what's the bet? And I was like, I bet you that Jet will call me within 24 hours or pull up to make sure me and the kids are okay. And Misha could care less. Like, she's not going to have really too much of a reaction to it. And we both like looked at each other and started laughing. I was like, let's bet $100. This is my brother Michael, the tall, light skinned one you guys always see on my social media. It's like some medicine, it makes you itchy. Like, ugh, it's making me itchy, this medicine. And my brother's like, I'm not going to bet you. He was like, I'm not going to bet you. He was like, I know he is. And we both laughed, and we left it at that. Literally, we left the scene when everything was like done. They were like, the detectives were done talking to us and stuff. And I literally get in the door at my grandmother's house, and my phone starts to ring. And who is it? Jet. Yeah. So when you see those like sayings on Instagram and Facebook, they're like, somebody that's only known you for 10 months, 6 months could love you and have better intentions for you than somebody that's known you for 10 years. And I cannot advocate for that. Like, ugh, even more, like, yes, absolutely. Like, regardless of what he's been through with me, which has been a lot in a very short period of time, a lot he's been through with my baby daddy, with Misha, with my brother. He has stuck by my side and not been angry with me or bitter or like, I don't care about your well being or the children. Like, he was very concerned. And I was like kind of nasty to him when he called, just because I was in my feelings. And he still responded with, like, are you okay though? And I think it hurts me, my pride and ego, because can you guys hear me? So, like I said, Nisha is aware, like, of like I was in the hospital and all that. And you think she showed up at the hospital or at the door to check on the kids? No, absolutely not. She didn't. Absolutely not. It's mind blowing to me. It truly is mind blowing to me. And I always say, like, love is an action. Love isn't a feeling. You have to choose to love somebody every day, and you have to show up for that person. It is not a feeling. It is a choice. And if the tables were turned and that was Misha, I'd be right there. And that is when you have love lost for somebody. You don't have to be in love with them. You don't have to want to be with them anymore, but you have love lost. You truly care about, like, I don't, if you're sick and you're going through it and you're in the hospital, this is serious. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm here for the kids because she always says, I love the kids and those are my kids. And it's like actions are always going to speak louder, always, always, always. And your actions don't line up with your words at all whatsoever. And I was in the hospital, and I was literally laying there, and I was like, I know without a shadow of doubt that if I even picked up the phone right now and called this man and was like, hey, I'm in the hospital, pulling up, he finna pull up. And not because I'm this amazing person or I'm the best or anything. It's just because of who he is. He stands on morals and principles and loyalty. And when he cares about somebody, he cares about them. And it's crazy because he's kind of like me in a way when you care about somebody. So I'm hurting. That hurts me. That hurts me to know that I messed up something that potentially could have been amazing. It was amazing, but even more, you know. So yeah, I guess that's just like a all around update. I guess I'll leave this live up, even though I look a hot mess. But it's real life, right? So, I don't know if you guys got any questions or comments to that. Y'all are real quiet in here. Y'all ain't saying nothing. What's meant to be will come back around. I delete it. Wait, you think I should delete it? You think I should delete the live? Is that what you mean? I just noticed I don't have any mods in here, huh? Yeah, so yeah, y'all. It's a and you know what? I'm still like happy and I'm still like thriving though. Yes, all of this is happening around me, but is it happening to me or for me, you know? It's all about how you respond to the things that happen in your life. Life is not about what happens, but how you respond to life, how you respond to all of these things that are happening. I mean, I'm not the only person going through multitude of things. Like the whole world is going through it. We have been going through it since the damn pandemic, you know? So I'm not going to sit here and be like, woe is me, you know? No, it's a part of life. We go through it. And I just feel like me continuously walking on this authentic, truthful path that I am, showing up as myself in all areas of my life, and just like how I am right now, then so many positive and great things are going to happen for me in 2023. Like, y'all, I could just feel it. I could just really feel it. I really can. I'm really one of those people, like, when I be like diving into things in my life, I be like studying it. Like, I study my own self because they say in order to find your true love, you have to know yourself first. So, yeah. I mean, this is something that I want to like really like incorporate and really stand on and believe and accept in 2023. I wrote this on my paper. It says, nobody is required to stay through your process, your healing journey, your unlearning, relearning, or your process. This could be this could be a very draining experience. Nobody owes you, not even your partner. You don't owe them. You don't own them. They aren't your property. They can walk away at any time. And like that's a hard pill to swallow. People are allowed to walk away. People are allowed to get up and go. If you if you are causing havoc in their life or it is too much, vice versa, if somebody's causing that in my life, we're allowed to say, this isn't conducive for me. This isn't healthy for me. I need to exit this situation. And that we need to normalize that. People are not required, nor do they owe you to stay through your process. Whether it's your husband, your wife, your mama, your grandma, they're not. Nobody. Yes. Yes. Nobody's required to. Mama. Hi. What you doing? What you want, baby? Come here. You want mama? Come on. You saying hi? You're such a sweetheart. Can you say hi with your words? With your words. Can you say hi? You want to be shy? He said he wants to be shy. There you go. Good job. Can you do it again? Hi, good job. Okay, silly. Mama. Yeah, you saying hi? What are you saying? Come here. Okay, okay. Oh, wow. Thank you for wiping all of that on me. I appreciate it. That was so sweet. Thank you. You kiss. I love you. I love you, sweetheart. Mwah. Mwah. You got my nose? I got your nose. I got your nose. You're silly. Mwah. You're such a sweet baby. I got your nose. Okay, don't pick it. Oh, don't pick it. Silly baby. Silly baby. What? I'm right here. What do you want, my lover? Yeah. What I was thinking, starting all over, having babies again. Woo, y'all. Having babies and being pregnant and having a 1-year-old at 33, it is totally different from when I was in my early 20s having 3 babies back to back. Completely. He has 4 teeth on the top and 2 on the bottom. Yeah. Here, baby. And he's the eater. This boy will eat you out of house and home. He's a very good eater. No, there's nothing in there, my love. It's completely empty. You can have water, though. You want to do it by yourself? You're a big boy. He's super independent. He feels like he can do it all by himself. He doesn't need mommy's help. Careful. Careful. His curls are starting to come in. It's super cute. His hair is finally growing. It's taking some time. Yes, he loves veggies. So his favorite veggie is asparagus and I can't even think of the other name. He loves veggies. He loves fruits. He's like totally different from my other kids. When my other kids were babies, this kid, he will eat anything. He eats Indian food. Like, he is not a picky eater at all. And he definitely loves like healthy food. Like, he does not like donuts. He doesn't like a lot of sweet stuff. Oh, that was the water. You got it on us. It's cold. You got it on mama. So, he's a great baby, honestly. I can't believe he can walk and somewhat talk to us. It's crazy how fast it went. And even healing from that, too. It's like, you're just healing. It's a lot of healing, but a lot of growth. And I'm grateful for this year. And it's so crazy how and I'm going to go live, too, on Friday. I'm going to show you guys my little setup and everything. And I think that would be pretty dope. So, y'all send me hot pockets. What? Send me positive vibes and prayers. You lucked out with having a great baby. Most babies don't care. Yes, he loves veggies. He loves potatoes. Yes. Silly baby. What? He does this thing. It's super cute. He goes like this and he looks at us. Where are you going? Huh? Out. That is his favorite word. He's going out. Yes, he's pretty good. Yeah. Here he comes. You want to go out? He knows how to get down from the bed. Yes. You're such a big boy. Good job. Want mommy to help you? Out. There you go. So starting all over is crazy to me. Like, I literally started all over. My kids are so big and independent and self-sufficient, and I literally started all over. And I'm starting all over. Oh yeah, he's way more Yeah, handsome baby. He's way more attached. Well, all my kids were attached to me because of breastfeeding. I breastfed all my kids. But because he was in the NICU, I think it makes our bond a little different, going through that experience. And then all of the things that we experienced when we came home, it was kind of like he was like my light at the end of the tunnel. And so I like cradled him because he was like my happiness, through all of the things that I was facing. So we definitely, he's very close to me and my mom and my grandma. He loves his grandma and his great grandma, loves them, calls them Nana, loves them to death.